What is up everyone, and we are back again with another guide about Phantasy Star Online 2. Today we're going to be talking about counteractions to profit from those who market manipulate. Market manipulation is explained in my previous video titled How the Market is Manipulated with Scratch Tickets for Profit. But this video got a lot of hate, so many negative comments. Either people think this is going to ruin the economy, or there are elitists who do this already and are mad that I'm showing you how it's done. Well, for those elitists, I'm glad that you're angry about it, because you guys are profiting off of this, and now that everyone knows about it, you're gonna profit less. I'm here to show you how these methods are done, and if you all know about it and how it's done, then no one can really profit from market manipulation. For those of you who think this is gonna ruin the economy, I'm here to tell you how to take advantage of those people who do market manipulate and leave them with a bill while you eat for free. This is just like the stock market. One method people use is called pump and dump, where new or old companies that have low price stock, mostly penny stocks, under $1, then the company or promoters hype up the stock to try to attract investors. This can be done by having a corrupt accountant who knows how to fix their statements showing that they are profiting when actually they are in debt. Having thousands of people see the accounting statements and news articles come out with these false knowledge will lead to others buying into the stock, thus having an inflated price. What the pump and dump scam artists do is that when the price is high, they just sell everything off and run for the hills. This is illegal in real life, and it's usually done in overseas countries where laws are more lenient. It's easy to tell when their stock rises from penny stocks to double-digit numbers like $5 to $10. There are more methods to pump and dump, and this is just one of them. Sadly, this happens all the time, and I see it in stock market forums all the time. And people lose millions of dollars on trades doing this. You might ask yourself, why are you telling us this? This is Phantasy Star Online 2. Well, you can learn from this example. Market manipulation is one of those methods to overinflate your prices, just like the pump and dump I just explained. This is done by buying all the low price items, creating a monopoly, and selling them at higher prices. A more in-depth analysis is explained in a video listed in the description below. A monopoly is when you own the whole supply. If you ever played Monopoly, this is exactly what it is. Try to buy everything, so everyone has to pay you for every turn they take. This can no longer be done in real life due to the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890. However, in-game it can be done, and here's how to counteract these market manipulators. So like I said, in order to market manipulate, you need to own most of the stock items, or if all of them. This makes it so a market manipulator has to either buy a crap ton of AC scratch tickets with real money or buy them off of the market. Not a lot of people buy AC scratch tickets, and I actually never bought one. I buy everything with Meseta. Personally, it's not worth it to buy AC scratch tickets when you can easily make the money and buy the item you exactly want in the player market. Anyway, this is when you guys come in. Most likely the market manipulators will buy off low priced items, meaning the ball is in your park. You need to counter-inflate them. This is done by just buying or selling items a little over market value, and hopefully these market manipulators will buy them, leaving them buying overpriced items and unable to sell them later unless the demand is warranted enough to buy that item at an insanely high price. In order to do this, you need to know about the economy. You can't just buy them very cheap and raise the price a million or so. This is risky. If the item isn't in demand, then you are left with a bunch of useless items, losing millions of Meseta. First, you need to pay attention to the news articles that come out in PSO2, meaning the new AC scratch ticket items that are going to be released in the next maintenance. Look at them, and since most people splurge on fashion items, try to gauge people's interest in certain items. This isn't bulletproof, but look at Discord or Reddit under the fashion tabs and see what people say about it. Ask them what they think about it every hour or so when you have time. This gives you a rough idea of their interest in the items. This is the same exact thing as the pre-market in stock market. People look at news articles that were released by companies and they try to see what others think about it. Then when the pre-market hits, you can place your buy and sell orders before the market opens, leading to an increase or decrease in the stock market. This is kind of what Phantasy Star Online 2 does. It releases news articles to build up hype for what's coming out next. And then, on that hype, you're gonna buy AC scratch tickets if you like it, with real money, Thus, Phantasy Star Online 2 gets money. Some people load up on AC before items come out and buy AC tickets in hopes of getting it or selling it on the market for profit. They want to be ahead of the curve to profit, or they just like the fashion. So after you gauge interest via Discord, Reddit, or some forums, take notes of what items are good and what's not good. After that, you need to see the market. Take note of it for the next 2 to 3 days to see a stabilized price. This is because of the hype beasts. They want to be the first ones to get it, so they are willing to pay a premium when it comes out. This usually takes place in the first couple of days, so the price might be higher than the market's actual value. Then after a few days, all these hype beast people, they're gonna have all their items, and the AC scratch ticket users will have a higher supply than the current demand. So when the supply is high but the demand isn't there due to the hype beasts already having their items, this will lead people to undercutting each other in order to make some sort of profit. And that's when you come in. It's hard to say what the real market value is because it's based on what people are willing to pay for a product. So that's why you have to keep an eye on these items at least once a day or every other day. Then use your market knowledge and buy when you believe it's undervalued, and buy all of the undervalued items. What market manipulators are also looking for is to buy the stock of your said item. This is when you overinflate the item just a little bit to attract their attention. It's just high enough out of regular people's reach, but low enough to take money from market manipulators. You can do this by putting a price ceiling on an item. Putting about 10 stock of an item on the market means after the 1 stock, 1 price items are sold, it reaches your 10 stock eventually. Either the market manipulators will use this as their price ceiling and not buy it, or they will deem it possible to make some sort of profit of it later in the game. If you do it correctly, they won't make much of a profit, and you will be making short-term gains, while the market manipulators are looking for long-term gains because they are trying to buy most of the stock and sell it when the AC ticket items are no longer obtainable from scratch tickets. But your price can undercut their profits and future gains, and in some cases leave them with useless items and you with their Meseta. An advanced method is putting 10 or so on the market at say 20% or 50% over your estimated market value, and then put 1 stock, 1 price items under it, making it so you profit on all of your sales. Then when the market manipulators want the stock to themselves, it's likely they will buy your 10 stack in order to try to profit off of it. Thus, you can screw them over by having this price ceiling while you make profit off of them. Most market manipulators overprice their items by a factor of 5 or greater. You need to find a happy medium where it's a little too high for regular people but low enough to attract market manipulators. I can't tell you what that market value is. It's up to you to do your own research in order to make your own market play. Now let's recap. Cutting all the stuff I said about stock market, let's just get to the point. First, take a look at the news articles that's upcoming on scratch ticket items. Then, you gauge interest in-game, on Discord, Reddit, forums, anything possible to gauge some sort of interest to understand if people are going to like the item or not. Then, see the market for the first couple of days after release. This gives you a stabilized price, and then you can make an educated decision if you want to buy items that are undervalued. After you buy them, put them on the market at a little overvalued price, not insanely high, just enough that regular players won't buy them, but low enough to attract market manipulators. Hopefully, sell to the market manipulators at an inflated price, and if done correctly, you can ensure they paid too much for an item, leading them to lose profits, and at best overpay for an item that has a low demand, making them lose money in the process. Since manipulators wait for the items to expire, your goal is to sell them before they expire at a higher price, screwing those market manipulators over. And that's it. I know it's easier said than done, trying to find a market value for an item as well as the demand for it. The first video I showed you is a little out there and people are hating on it for many different reasons, but I hope this video shows you how to ruin the market manipulators' economy. Now, I'm not here to destroy the game, I'm here to give you knowledge in order to help yourself against people like this. I like this game and I hope it lasts for a while, and seeing these overinflated prices led me to release my first video and now this second video. I hope the economy stabilizes, leading to everyone enjoying it a little bit more better, and a bigger and better population. These videos even are not about me, it's about you guys, even this channel. I made this channel to donate more money to non-profit organizations that help disabled veterans. I myself donate a lot of my own money, and this is just another way for me to donate more money. And if you didn't notice, a lot of people didn't know how to make Meseta, so I released a 40 million Meseta per week, and that got a lot of hate as well. Then people got to endgame and farm ultimate weapons. These were on the market for around 30 or 40 million each and pretty much unattainable. So I released another video showing you how to farm ultimate quest efficiently so you could farm your own, and the price stabilized around 20 million. After that, I released the Rising Weapon Badge number 2 farm guide before this Independence event, bringing the price of raid weapons down from 20 million to around 10 to 11 million each. Then when the Independence happened, I released multiple videos showing you how to get 588 Rising Weapon Badges 2 per day, bringing the price down even more from its inflated prices, and I was the first one to release that. And some of you are still hating me because I showed you how the market manipulation was, and that's okay. A good amount of people were doing this already, and that's why the prices were so high. Now that you know about market manipulation, you can protect yourself against it. The manipulators have a lower chance of success now that they have to compete against each other, and this will evidently bring the market prices down. I know some of you don't understand, but I'm trying to tell you and show you these methods as a way of me helping the economy from being inflated too much. There is nothing stopping people from buying everything and selling it for higher prices later on, but you can capitalize on this by buying them and giving them the illusion that your price is undervalued, allowing you to profit off of market manipulators. It's extremely hard to master, and I sometimes lose real money on stocks trying to understand this, but overall I've made more money than I lost. I spend hours reading articles on stock market trades, forums, subreddits every day doing this, and I still suck at it, but try your best in understanding the market. Now, if you guys like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. If you guys still hate this video or what I do to the economy, hit that dislike button. This is not about me, it's about you guys, but pressing that dislike button helps the channel too, so it's greatly appreciated either way. The worst thing you can do is watch the video and don't hit anything if you want to get back at me, but I hope you hit that dislike button instead so I can help disabled veterans even more. On that note, thank you all for tuning in and listening, and until next time.